a pleasure to welcome you, dear Kaja, to Athens. We, of course, work very closely at the European Council, but it's always very important and very valuable to have the opportunity for a more substantive bilateral exchange, especially at a time when Europe's security challenges unfortunately seem to be multiplying. We lie at Europe's southeastern flank, at equal distance from the crisis in Ukraine and Gaza. And despite the difficulties that we have faced over the last years, I think Greece stands as a pillar of geopolitical and economic stability in an increasingly turbulent geopolitical environment, safeguarding the external borders of the European Union, both towards the east but also towards the south. As you know, and as we've discussed at the European Council, we're implementing a very ambitious program of reform and modernization of our armed forces. We plan to spend more than 28 billion euros over the next 12 months. We're already above 3% of GDP for our defense spending, and we very much welcome the fact that the European Union is also moving in that direction. And I very much welcome your leadership in terms of strengthening Europe's strategic autonomy. As far as Gaza is concerned, we've seen an important breakthrough over the past weeks, and I think the priority now is to make it work and to ensure that Europe actually has a clear presence and a central role in the day after, in close coordination both with the US and with the Arab world, and we stand ready to contribute actively in the implementation of the peace plan. I think we are very well respected in the region by all actors involved, and we intend to play a very active role in terms of participating in the next steps of the peace plan. As far as Ukraine is concerned, I'm very interested to hear your thoughts, but my message is clear. We need to stand firm and united when it comes to standing up against Russian aggression. And one final point, which I know is also very much on your agenda. We welcomed the publication of the enlargement package. Greece has always been a strong supporter of the integration of the Western Balkans into the European Union. It's a merit-based approach. We need to recognize those countries that have made substantive progress, but also encourage those countries that have not done so to keep up the work and not to abandon on the prospect of joining the European family. And again, as a first Balkan country to join the European family more than 40 years ago, I think we have a leverage in terms of convincing all countries that the necessary reforms need to take place, while at the same time recognizing the progress that some countries have made. So again, so good to have you, and very much looking forward to our discussion.